Minasan konnichiwa und willkommen. And today I'm doing another reading for you guys. But this time it's based on Sleeping Beauty by Charles Perrault and Briar Rose by the Brothers Grimm. Truly another brilliant classic. But instead of the traditional old-fashioned way, like Disney had done, my take is going to be in a more modern setting. Let's begin, shall we? Once upon a time, in the nicest part of Detroit, Michigan, the king and queen, with the styling of George Carlin and Phyllis Diller, wanted so much to have a child. So they went to the city park and found some ghetto kids playing with nicer children. And George Carlin and Phyllis Diller really desperately wanted to have a child. But then, surprisingly, the queen was going to have a baby after all. And all of the workers were excited about the news of the baby. Like the chamberlain, the cooks, the carpenters, the dressmakers, among various others. And the chamberlain was asked to be brought upstairs by the king, which of course is me, the chamberlain. You wish to see me, your majesty? Yes, I was actually wondering about the stairs. Maybe they're in that Cirque du Soleil or something. Oh, right, the Cirque du Soleil thing. I was wondering, do you have anything planned for the party? You know, the christening? Yeah, I was actually getting to that. 'Cause there's gonna be a really big party with everyone from across the country and across the globe to attend. And we have to make sure all the finest food from around the world are served. I will make sure everything is done your way, your majesty. And that's how it was for the next couple months before the christening. And everyone came to this big christening. And all the biggest names were to be there. Like Kim Kardashian, Mel Blanc, June Foray, Jimmy Durante, Eddie Cantor, Walt Disney, Chuck Jones, Robin Williams, Macaulay Culkin, Kirsten Dunst, Kristen Stewart from the Twilight franchise, Jennifer Lopez, Jennifer Aniston, Jennifer Lawrence, Robert Stack, Robert De Niro, Burl Ives, Verna Felton, Sid Charisse, Debbie Reynolds, Judy Garland, Audrey Hepburn, Charlton Heston, Tupac Shakur, Notorious B.I.G., Alfred Hitchcock from the Alfred Hitchcock Hour, Tim Curry, Tony Jay, Jason Alexander, Jason Marsden, David Max Fleischer, William Hanna, Joseph Barbera, the list just goes on. And the music they would have be playing at the christening would be a lot of Black Sabbath. And jamming up to some Spice Girls, Backstreet Boys, NSYNC, 98 Degrees, Savage Garden, and for a little good old country western, some Patsy Cline and Tennessee Ernie Ford. And something a little more modernized, like Justin Timberlake's Mirror. And of course, some Miley Cyrus and her dad Billy Ray Cyrus. And the food was gathered from all over the world, including North America, France, Germany, Japan, Mexico, Italy, Spain, Portugal, China, South Korea, Taiwan, Thailand, Russia, Bulgaria, India, Iceland, Finland, Norway, Denmark, Sweden, and Brazil. And all the plates and silverware are made from the finest jewelry in all of France and Italy. And the drinks they were serving were Mountain Dew Voltage, Wild Cherry Pepsi, Diet Cherry Coke, Squirt Soda, the grapefruit stuff, Faygo, well, mostly root beer and grape, and Sam's Club Orange Soda. And the king and queen, who looked like George Carlin and Phyllis Diller, gave birth to their baby girl, Aurora, which means dawn. And the christening was underway. And they've also invited the 4 fairy godmothers, who all look like Dorothy Spornak, Rose Nyland, Sophia Petrillo, and Blanche Devereaux from the Golden Girls, which I do not watch at all. And the first fairy's gift was grace and beauty. The second was song. The third was happiness. When Rose Nyland was about to give her gift to Aurora, something unbelievable happened. An evil wizard showed up with the styling of Paul Lynde, one of my comedic influences. Like, the goose was right. This fair is a rat's paradise. Bye-bye, my humble Wilbur. Fare thee well, Charlotte, you old schemer. This will be a night to remember. I'm back. What a night. Never have I seen such leavings. Everything well ripened with the passage and the time and the heat of the day. Oh, it's rich, my friends. Rich. Yeah. My stomach can handle anything. Hooray for Charlotte. The king and queen weren't expecting the wizard to show up. And the wizard's name is Keiji Fujimura. Yep, Keiji Fujimura, who also has a very distinct personality. Listen well, all of you. The princess shall indeed grow in grace and beauty by all who know her. But before the sun sets on her 21st birthday, she shall prick her finger on the spindle of a spinning wheel and die.
Seize that creature!
Stand back, you idiots! And Keiji Fujimura was gone. Nowhere in sight. We're doing everything we can.
Do you know any way to undo this curse?
My gift to Aurora show where she will actually sleep instead of death. And the next night, the George Carlin King was actually pacing around the floor, wondering how the curse shouldn't happen. And the Chamberlain, which is me, went like this. Your Majesty, I was thinking we should destroy all the sewing equipment throughout the city. What do you say about that?
I'd say that's actually a really good idea. And maybe sometime I'd like to treat you for some Chinese.
Oh, you know how much I love Chinese, especially General Tso's chicken and the sweet and sour pork. Yum-o, as Rachel Ray says it. And so all the Kingdom sewing equipment have been burned and destroyed. And the 4 Golden Girl fairies were basically thinking of a way to protect Princess Aurora, or Briar Rose, from the clutches of Keiji Fujimura. So they basically made her, scattering their way to protect her into the night. Okay, this should be the end of part 1. Stay tuned for part 2 where I continue the story. And I'll be right back after these messages, so stay tuned. And don't go anywhere.